Yeah. Yo. Yo. Yo, what's good, CeeLo? What's good, Shy? What's good, Born? What's good? Fish. And what's good, Classic Hill? Sheesh. What's up, my guy? All right, boys. Let me just say this right now. We had one computer crash earlier today. But the good news is this. The good news is this. I think we did a fix. Talk with my, I gotta call him my IT guy now. Alexa, what color y'all want the light today? I mean, y'all can't never see it, but what color do you want the light? What color do you want the light, bro? Gonna lurk podcasting right now? No worries, Classic. Much love to you, bro. Purple. Alexa, Christian's desk light purple.
Yo.
What's crack-a-lackin', you Movigites?
What up, y'all?
Hope you're all doing well. Steve is dying.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. We've been waiting for it. No, he has
Gonna come quickly enough.
screwed up his back. But that's actually not even why he's off today. He's out today because it is his wife's birthday.
Happy birthday, Mrs.
Yes.
Moviga.
Miss Moviga, the first lady herself. Yeah, and then I'll probably be gone next week because we're probably gonna have a baby next,
Dude, congratulations.
preach. Super stoked. And terrified. 3 sounds like a lot. 2 felt like a lot.
2 does feel like a lot. I agree with you on
was
that.
I was not. We were like, oh yeah, 2's good, and we were literally like talking like the week before we found out. We were like, do we want 3? Like we'd thought about it, and we're like, we're getting in like a groove. Like our youngest at the time was 2, and our oldest was 4 or 3, about to turn 4. And when we found out he was already 4, and our youngest is about to turn 3. And so we were like, yeah, man, we're in a good rhythm. This feels fine. Like the kids, they're potty trained. Like stuff's, we're rocking, we're rolling. Like, and then it was literally like the next week, she's like, just so you know. Yeah, another one. Yeah. Oh wait, we're in Discord. I can do that. Oh, but I gotta find it. It's gonna not be funny.
An important message.
There it is.
Hey. An important message from Brooks in the YouTube chat.
Nah, absolutely not, dude. Absolutely not. That kid is he'll be able to watch himself. I will never miss another Games Quest as long as I live.
Dude, it would take a lot.
It would take a lot.
If I'm in the hospital, y'all can come set up in the room and just,
Bro.
wheel me around to each station.
Games Quests are some of like my favorite days of the year. Like I always, anytime I get like a Facebook invite from Enter the Arcade about Games Quest, I'm like, oh, buddy,
It's
shut it all down.
It's essentially a holiday around
Yeah.
these parts.
Yep. So, yeah, absolutely not. I will be there. Was that September-ish? August-ish? August-ish? Yeah. Easy peasy. Well, it's just the two of us tonight, so I hope you're ready for the best.
This is the best Moviga has to offer, kind
of. Austin did break my heart earlier though, and changed one of my what have you been watching and playing scores to down a few numbers here.
That
and I'm real bummed about it.
On me.
I'm real.
That's
I'm
too
real
bad.
bummed. But we'll
I'd be I'm sad Steven's not here because I'd be really curious to hear what he has to say on
Me
how
too.
you feel about that.
Because yeah, no, I'm with you because like I don't know, I just we'll get more into it. I don't want to like get too into it and then have to stop, but I'm ready to talk about it because I know I'm late to the game. Literally.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Brooks just said it in mid-August, and we will have a new venue special just for this iteration. What's funny is like he texted me about where we should have the next Game Quest because, like, I don't know, just finding a better space to do it with like more room. I think I told him to ask you, not realizing that you would have a new baby.
Oh, whatever.
Right, it's a 1 month old.
Whatever.
I was like, I'm
Would
sure
right.
Brian would be happy to host
sure.
as long as like Brooks ran the whole thing like normal, you know. But, yeah. I think he figured something out.
Okay, cool.
Some of it is secret even to me.
Oh, well, let me know what you need. We'll be down for whatever. On our end, we're pretty chill about it. So, but yeah, man, dude, you ready to dive on in?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna get my recording going here.
Me too. I won't have a ton to say up front unless we kind of veer off into something, but
okay,
down to chill for a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, I'll let you go. You want to go first, or you want to go second? Because you got more things.
Yeah, I guess I could go first.
Okay, let's do it. Here we go.
Ooh, wait a second. I gotta turn off my count-in thing. Check. Okay, cool.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Moviga podcast, where we're talking all things movies, video games, and more. I'm your a little less than temporary host recently, Brian, aka Classic Hill, aka Jessica, aka Brianna, Beatrix. I don't know. My name has been like 100 different things on this podcast. Joining me tonight, as always, is Austin.
Greetings. Yeah, when it's only two people on Moviga, it tends to be the two of us.
It does. That's what I'm like. It's always me and you. That's fine. It's good. No, Steve is out for the day. It is his wife's birthday, so he's being a good husband and hanging out with her, hopefully showering her with gifts and like I'm always like, man, you should do gifts that are also gifts for you.
Like a Blackstone or a new fire pit.
Exactly.
Or a trampoline, you know.
Yeah. Or I'm like, hey, babe, I bought you this game. We could play it together. And then like she's never gonna play it. No. Get your sig offs, good gifts. But yeah, Justin this is one of his off weeks as well, and we have been promised. Now, I want promise is a strong word. It has been said that there may or may not be an Asia appearance next week.
Yes, sir. Some good news.
I know, right? Dude, the gaming world is in chaos, and it's all because of a lack of Asia
falling apart.
Yeah.
And Asia hasn't been on the podcast, and I think these things must be related.
Yep. And so she's literally gonna come back and save the world. And that'll be that. Hopefully.
Excellent.
RAM prices are gonna drop.
Yeah.
Graphics cards will be free.
Yes.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a great time. But in the meantime, I know we start each show with our top 3. I think this week I just have a top 1 because something has been consuming most of my time, and we'll get into that in a second. But Austin, I want to know, what have you been into? What's been taking up your time and your attention?
Yeah, I also don't have a full top 3, but that's because we took some time and watched the first season, or the only current season of the show on Apple TV right now, called Widow's Bay.
Oh, dude, I've been hearing so much about this.
Yeah,
everybody I know is watching it.
It's a really, really great show. It's kind of not what I was expecting at all. It's actually listed as a comedy horror, and that's pretty much what it is. It is horror. Like, it does have its very creepy moments, but we were watching Brianna and I were watching this show, and we're literally laughing out loud at parts, like cracking up during some of the more comedic moments. And it just has a really, really nice balance of those two elements, to where it's like you never feel like overly oppressed by the horror. The way a lot of horror movies, especially these days, are, is it's all very tense and like invokes this feeling of dread like throughout the whole thing. It's rare that you get like a horror these days where you have like those moments of relief between the scares, but this is almost like a perfect balance if you're gonna mix comedy and horror. It's fantastic.
Wasn't it written by like a comedy, somebody who's known for, why am I blanking?
I don't know who it was made by.
I'm looking.
I want to read I kind of want to read the description of it, like the IMDb.
Yeah, please.
But yeah, by the way, this also like has some of the best like set locations, because it's set on like an island town. And there's if you Google
Katie Dippold, who's from Parks and Recreation.
Oh, see, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. I was like, I know somebody was like, it's like a mostly comedy.
There's a very fun. Yeah. It is. It also has really good reviews. If you go on Rotten Tomatoes, it's a 98%, 8.2 on IMDb. So, really critically acclaimed. I'm going to read the IMDb description here if I can. I just moved like my monitors around, and now I'm realizing my mic arm is right in my face. Let me see here. A skeptical mayor leads the superstitious residents of a cursed New England island. So that's a very broad, like, vague description. But essentially what the show is about is the mayor of this town, Widow's Bay. And they're trying to be the next, like, Cape Cod or Martha's Vineyard or whatever.
Right.
But their island is, like, quote-unquote cursed, and everyone that lives there, the small population that does live there, most of them were like born on the island, and they all believe in the curse and like all these different superstitions. But the mayor of the town wants to build his town up. He wants to turn it into like a Martha's Vineyard and get tourists in. So like the premise of the show early on is that he's like trying to make things a lot better on the island, make things look better, and hire a journalist to come out and write a piece for the New York Times and to get the word out. Like, this is a great tourist destination if you're looking for something in the, like, a New England island, like, getaway type of thing. But a lot of the townspeople, especially the ones that have been there for a long time, are like, get super mad at him because they're like, this island is cursed and you're trying to bring tourists here anyway, just because you want money and exposure and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And so he has to kind of figure out a way to balance all of it. Like, all between the townspeople there, the tourists, and deal with like what people believe to be the curse that is on the island. And it lends itself to a lot of great scary moments and comedic moments as well. Plus, a super likable main cast does a lot for a show like this. It's
Yeah.
I believe it's 10 episodes. It's like, yeah, it's 10 episodes, and a couple of them are 50 minutes, but I think the rest of them are around like 35 to 39 minutes long. So it's not a very long watch, but we did watch all of it, everything in season 1, and it was fantastic. And I would highly recommend it, despite not if you're not a horror fan. Like, this is not gonna like give you nightmares or anything. Definitely has some spooky moments, but this was just a fantastic, high quality show with some really good characters and writing. So yeah, Widow's Bay, we loved it. And there's a funny, like, if you watch the show and then if you Google Widow's Bay, there's a very funny like Easter egg when you do the Google search. It's
I just did it
little,
to find the thing.
It says, "Did you mean the next Martha's Vineyard and definitely not cursed?"
I see that, dude. That's
over the Google
hilarious.
Yeah, it's.
I wonder
great.
if you click on it, what does it do?
I don't know.
It just takes you to Widow's Bay. Like, it still searches that. That's
yeah.
That's really funny. That's really cool.
Yeah, great little Easter egg there. I had no idea that was even a thing, but that's pretty funny. But yeah, so that took up and enter the arcade in the chat here on YouTube / at Moviga podcast here every Moviga Monday at 8 p.m. said
Yeah, boy.
Widow's Bay is the best show since Severance.
Wow.
And yeah, maybe it is. It's great. I'll probably have to sit with that and ponder that for a little bit because I love Severance. But yeah, it's fantastic. It's definitely the most interesting TV show I've watched in a bit. I did love The Burrows on Netflix. If you want to see what the Duffer Brothers are up to these days, check out The Burrows on Netflix. I talked about that a couple weeks ago, but that was really good as well. Also kind of short, 8 or 10 episodes, and they're an hour or less each. But yeah, definitely recommend Widow's Bay on Apple TV. You can watch the first episode for free if you have Prime. And then I just signed up for a free trial to watch the rest of it, and we made sure to finish it in a week and then canceled the Apple TV.
Dude, I do that so much. Like,
I would recommend it because I don't know what else you're going to watch on Apple TV unless you haven't seen Severance. But yeah, other than that, I have been playing Resident Evil 9 Requiem on PS5. And this is like, of course, the most recent Resident Evil game that has released in the mainline franchise. The last one being like the Resident Evil 8 Village was like the last, not counting the remakes, because Resident Evil 4 Remake was probably the most recent one that I played before that, which was fantastic and absolutely perfect, like 10 out of 10 action horror game. But right now, playing through Resident Evil Requiem, and it is stressing me out, dude, because this is one of the scariest games that I have played in a while. And I was not expecting it to be so scary. But what the game does, if you're not familiar, the game splits the main character. Well, there's two main characters, so it splits the player's perspective between the two. So part of the time you're playing as Grace Ashcroft, who's an FBI agent that is sent to investigate a mysterious unaliving at an old hotel. And she ends up getting taken against her will to this creepy old hospital. And from there on, when you play as Grace, it's in first person. You can switch it to third person, but the game recommends you stay in first person for Grace. It turns into, it's like a survival horror game where resources are very limited. You're only you're able to, eliminate enemies using your firearm, but a lot of the times it's better to sneak past them or find other ways to take them down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like got a lot more of the scary moments, a lot of really tense moments, and a lot, unfortunately, an amount of jump scares that I'm not comfortable with.
Nope. Nope.
But then the other side of this game, you play as a Leon Kennedy, who is obviously a very much more capable person, able to easily take down multiple enemies without taking damage. Is fully equipped with different weapons, lots and lots of ammo. Is able to use melee combat much more effectively. So it's kind of cathartic, like to play as Grace and be super scared and having to run away, sneak and hide, and manage your resources, to then go into a Leon section right after like something like that just stressed you out to no end.
Yeah.
Jumping into Leon's perspective and then being able to just like mow down a bunch of enemies and fight a boss without dying,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So it feels like a complete reprieve when you get to play as Leon in this game, and it's a really nice like balance to the pacing of the game. I think they were super smart to have Grace as a playable character. Although I would prefer more or longer sections with Leon, because they definitely lean more towards Grace, because the game is really about her story. More so than Leon's, but it's just a lot more fun to play as Leon because it's a lot easier and less scary. But I've been loving the game overall. I think it's really good, a fantastic addition to the Resident Evil franchise, and I'm looking forward to finishing it soon here. And I might have a little bit more to say, but overall very positive on that game. I think some people are going to have that in their game of the year list. Wow. For the end of the year, even though it's going to be another stacked year, 2026 for gaming, especially after come November. We're going to see some big releases.
007's already in talks for game of the year too.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, oh yeah, big time. And I played and completed that game as well, and yeah, I can't argue with that. People loving it. 007, a great version of the character, and just a lot of fun to play.
That's when I'm like, it's on my list. I'm waiting for a sale.
Yeah, I think I would definitely recommend it. Like, even if you have any interest in like the Hitman games or like Uncharted, like that type of style, third person, like stealth action, or just like good story based games that are in that kind of perspective, something a little bit more lighthearted as well. It doesn't ever get too deep and take itself too seriously. It's just a lot of fun from start to finish, paced really well, has some awesome levels in it, some really wide open sandbox type stuff where you can get creative with your mission objectives and things like that. So I'll be interested to see if that gets how many nominations that'll be up for, once the Game Awards come around in December. But yeah, that's going to be my top 2 of the week. That's all I've really been up to. But I'll pass it over to you, Brian.
Well, it's a lot more than me. I have had basically my entire free time, like gaming and show / movie watching time, taken up by a game called Cyberpunk 2077. So,
oh yeah,
we've talked about this game, I feel like, a lot because it's been ragged on for years, and then Steve started playing it, you played it first.
I did, yeah.
Like when it came out, and enjoyed it.
I did play it around launch, yes.
Yeah, and then Steve just finished it up. Justin also, I feel like, played it around launch. And
yeah, and I think he recently played the DLC, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. So yeah, lots of people have been playing it. I've kind of almost been protesting it because of how bad of a launch it had. And it like all of the sudden, everybody's like, hey, it's good now. And I'm like, no, it isn't. It's too late. It's maybe a bad game that they fixed. I'll give it that. But I'm almost like, you guys decided to put it out. I get it. There were like extemporaneous circumstances or whatever, but like still. And I've been loving it. I think V is a really, really cool character. The character you play as. Some of the other characters are cool. A lot of them are a little cringy.
Yeah.
I think my favorite character that's not a main character is probably Victor, the Ripper Doc.
Oh yeah.
He's sick. But like, I don't know. Some of the story is really, really cool, and I really like it. Here's my big problem. So it's this big RPG. I looked at my time played. It's about like 20, 25 hours, maybe a little less. Which is a lot. That wasn't all in 1 week. Don't worry. But almost. And I'm done.
Yeah, you're.
I'm on the last mission.
You're on the very last mission. The point of no return is right where you're at.
And that sucks. The story with this being it, obviously I haven't played the mission yet, so I don't know how it ties up. But like, I don't know how it could. And in a satisfying way, in one more mission, even like all the stuff, like I'd say the prologue is so strong with the heist fantastic. And that first mission and Jackie and all of this. Dude, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it's so good, actually.
One of the best opening missions I think I've ever played.
Especially for an open world RPG.
Yes, dude.
So
good.
good.
Night City is sick. It's like such a great map, great environment.
Oh yeah.
Dude, to have the main story done in 20 hours is kind of offensive to me, honestly. Like, I've done a lot of the side quests. I haven't done them all. I went back. I'm not gonna do the last mission until I do some more. But that was kind of a gut punch, and it really kind of deflated a lot of my excitement for the game. Because I'm like, man, I'm really enjoying this world. Like, what's gonna happen? Like, he's getting more sick. Some of the romance side of things is like cool. It's like starting to bud between V and Pan Am, and
oh yeah,
like that's cool. I like her story a lot. She's a little cringe too sometimes, just to be honest. I don't know. I'm gonna keep playing. It has not made me like not want to play it anymore, but it definitely I don't know, it definitely like took the wind out of my sails a little bit, knowing that I'm on the last mission.
Yeah, you got that notification that said this is the point of no return. Yeah, I out of curiosity just now, I'd never done this, but I just went on howlongtobeat.com, which is actually now, merged with Xbox and Game Pass.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, so if you go on, at least for a PC, if you go to a game, like just the store page of any game, if you scroll down a little bit, you'll get the how long to beat stats. Yeah. It says roughly 26 hours for just the main story, while a full completionist run will take 100 to 110 hours.
Okay.
It also says, like, if you want a well-rounded playthrough where you tackle the main story alongside major side quests, expect to spend about 50 to 60 hours in Night City.
Okay. Well, and maybe I missed some of that. I felt like I did a bunch of them, but like, I mean, obviously I'm not close to 50 hours yet, so I am gonna keep playing. And I can't stress enough, like, this game is awesome, and that's why I'm bummed out. Is I'm like, bro, I need like 20 more hours of main story. They could have easily put more in.
26 hours seems like such a low number, just considering the size of the map.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's like Night City is cooler, and I don't like it. I know we say this about like Spider-Man sometimes when we talk about Spider-Man 2, where I'm like, Spider-Man 2 is an okay game. Spider-Man 1 is better, even though this is like the hardest one to get through. Spider-Man 2 is a better game, like a more polished experience, but the story and just the vibe of Spider-Man 1 is better in my opinion. But like I don't know, like when people are like, oh, like, well, you beat it, you 100% it, but sometimes I just want to swing around New York City, and I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Or like GTA, I feel the same way, where I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna go waste my time in GTA 5 just like driving around as that crazy guy, whatever his name was,
Trevor.
and like just doing whatever.
Yeah.
That's so boring to me. And I'm like, the game needs to be more. Night City is so alive and so cool. I feel like they could have given a little bit more. Maybe I'm becoming a story game guy. I don't know. But like I just wanted a little more. And
I hear you.
hitting that wall so quickly was disappointing, especially when I'm like finally starting to, I'm not even like to the second tier of like abilities yet on most of the abilities I've spec'd into. And I don't know, like I'm just like, dude, there's needs to be, I literally thought, I was like, this has to be like a halfway point or something because of how leveled I am.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, obviously, because like I'm not close to the top of the abilities in any of the like buckets you can put skill points in. So I was like, yeah, obviously it can't be over. And then to know it is, I'm like, it just doesn't seem well thought through, synergistically. But it sounds like I'm ragging on it. It feels like I'm giving a Steve review where I'm like all these negative things, and then I'm gonna be like 9 out of 10. I loved it.
I do. That is what a Steven move.
But I would say right now I'm at like a with the length really takes it down for me. I'm currently probably at like a 7.5, maybe an 8 out of 10. So still high, still great. I had a ton of fun playing it. And I'm sure that number will creep up even the longer I play with it. And dude, yeah, Mikey, I see you in chat. He says, but Brian, Skyrim's main story is only 25 hours. Skyrim's 13 years old. 25 hours for a non-online, what's it called, Xbox 360 game was pretty incredible back then.
I don't know many people that played Skyrim and just did the main story. It felt impossible to stay on track in Skyrim for me, which they just did such a good job of putting something in your view like every 30 or 40 seconds. You're like, oh, there's something over there, let me go check
that is something that is maybe a minor criticism of Night City and Cyberpunk as well for me is that you don't like run into stuff in the city. I find a feature I love is the auto drive, where you can I rarely fast travel unless it's just an absurd amount of time.
Right.
I'll just call my car and do the auto drive and like kind of take in the scenes, put on the cinematic camera and like just vibe out to the radio, and like it's super fun. But you run into like these combat encounters I don't understand a whole lot. It's like help the police, and then I do, and then they start shooting me, and I'm like, all right, and then you don't get anything from it.
Thanks,
Mikey, because they're tying it up too quickly. Like there's not been enough time for like 3 distinct acts with arcs and like a satisfying completion of like Act 1 was, I would say, generally like Act 2 is where your like climax is, right? Of like how like insane or whatever, right? And then there's like the big resolution in Act 3, right? Like whatever the big inciting thing is that happened in Act 2, or sometimes the end of Act 1 into Act 2, of something. It's like you need that to resolve then in Act 3. What this game kind of did to me is it gave me a masterpiece of an Act 1. Just nothing I've ever played has had a better opening thing, I don't think. Maybe like Red Dead Redemption 2. Maybe God of War even. I'm trying to think, like God of War, the intro mission was pretty
I think
great.
Cyberpunk's I agree, it's good stuff. I think this Cyberpunk's opening hours are still stronger in my opinion, but also more replayable, because my issue, and Naughty Dog is very guilty of this, having sections
Yeah.
that I just don't want to go through that again.
Yeah.
I wish I could skip the flashbacks. I wish I could skip the intro, like on occasion. Like
Yeah.
even with Uncharted 4, which is like, you know, one of my favorite games of all time, probably in my top 2 or 3 favorite games of all time. I wish I could skip the intro.
Yeah.
I wish I could skip chapter 1, and I wish I could skip the flashback chapters.
Dude, honestly, I take what I said about Red Dead 2 back. I actually kind of hate their opening because I forget it's
I
the
mean,
like
it's
snow and
It's so good the first time.
yeah.
But
It's just slow.
replaying it is
Yeah.
yes, replaying it feels like much slower than it did the first time.
All that being said, again, it sounds like I'm highly negative and I hated it. I loved it. It was great. It's not long enough, and I don't think that they really, and maybe it had to do with like crunch. I know the launch of this game was like troubled and terrible, and it was like terrible for a long time. Yeah, multiple delays, and it still came out like broken. And and they fixed it like last year or something. Like and you know, for all of that, it's like I get it. So like I know like the studio was probably not in the healthiest like space to be able to be like super creative and whatever, but like I do think it deserved another 10 hours ish of like fleshing out more with like they introduced so many like little throwaway characters in the main story, not in the side quests. Like Hellman, and I feel like we didn't spend any time at all. I don't want to give any spoilers in case anybody's planning on playing it, but there's you meet somebody from Johnny's past that's very important, ends up being very important in the main thing, and like I feel like they were kind of just like, I'm like, why am I just now hearing about her? Like 20 hours in. And then they're like, oh, also, she's super important and, you know, has everything you need, all that. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I would have loved to explore that more and, like, spend more time in this weird liminal space with the voodoo boys.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I meet them, they double cross me like 5 times in a row, so I just murder all of them and take all their cool stuff. And now I'm like, how am I supposed to get back? They had all this dope stuff. I don't know. There's some stuff that I'm just like, it's good, but I can see, to me, it feels obvious that they like cut some things short that maybe they had intentions of like expanding on. All in all, like I said, I'm at a solid like 7.5 to an 8 on it currently. I'll come update next week, but I feel like I understand. I think people both unfairly and fairly hate this game, and it's received a lot of like, what is it? It's been a very controversial game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I think it deserves that. I think it still deserves to be controversial. I do think it is going to be like go down in history as like one of the greats, though, like a classic.
Oh yeah.
Amazing genre redefining game. I hope
Yeah.
there's a sequel.
Yeah, on top of like just the base game itself and like how far, like what it did to, you know, like the No Man's Sky thing, it like even took that to another level with how bad the launch was. But yeah, I think after and I haven't even played Phantom Liberty yet, but after that, that big update when the DLC came out, that's when they made the game that they meant to release back in, 2020.
Right.
Which is way too long. Like, if you need to delay your game, and I get that the game has to come out at some point, and it's going to get canceled or turn into vaporware or whatever you call it if you don't. But yes, it's also randomly just checked out the Steam page. It's on sale for $17.99 on Steam.
I saw that
right now.
I'm very tempted. It's I would say it looks like on Metacritic.
I have it on PS5. I just want to get it on Steam.
Same. It looks like on Metacritic I'm about where the average user score, or where the conglomerate user score is.
Yeah.
It says a 7.3. I'm gonna say that it's probably closer to like an 8 though, because I think
Okay.
this probably includes some of the like initial
Oh,
like
yeah.
negative stuff from like the launch. So this guy
Mhm.
from 2026 hated it. So but no,
Okay.
yeah, most of it's positive now and stuff. So like I said, it is a
Yeah.
great game. I don't want to like poo-poo on it too much, but like it's definitely Mikey's only halfway listening. But it's really good. It's pretty disappointing though when you hit that wall. And so if you're going to play it, I mean, forget the main quest. Just don't do it. Do other
For as
stuff.
long as you can.
For as long as you possibly can. Because
Yeah.
you'll like accidentally beat the game. Like I did. But
Just a quick amendment to my statement. It is on sale on Steam for 70% off, which is $17.99. It is the same price on GOG, so I would highly recommend buying it there instead of on Steam. For reasons we'll talk about a little bit later on after the break.
Well, that's all I've been watching and playing has just been Cyberpunk. So yeah. We are going to take a quick break, and then we're going to be back talking about how giant corporations are taking things from you and how we should all be more like Johnny Silverhand.
Hey.
All right, we'll be right back. And by that, I do not mean dropping a nuke in their headquarters in Minecraft.
Minecraft. Yes. I'm going to run to the other room. I just want to quickly say, Mikey, I don't think we're wrong. I think like I'm like now fully inspired to replay this game from the beginning and the DLC. Maybe my mind will change, and it is a fantastic world. It's one of the best open worlds ever made. It's so good, so dense.
Yep.
It's packed with everything.
I agree, but I also agree with you that I think we're spot on. I think those were good reviews.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
so far, I want to
There's
play the last thing and feel it out.
There are like these other arguments about like the Todd Howard approach, and CD Projekt Red was not like they were certainly guilty of doing the same thing that Bethesda did, like launching a game in sort of a buggy state, with like The Witcher 3 and some of the other games that they released before that. But it was never anywhere close to that bad. But the hype around Cyberpunk and the state that it released in on consoles at the time was just like completely unacceptable, and like almost drove them out of business. Like the amount of refunds that were issued, especially on the PlayStation,
As I say,
4
PlayStation
and
was
Xbox
rough.
One. The PlayStation 4 one was probably the worst. Although, weirdly, at launch, the PS4 disc on PS5 was a much better, like much more stable version of the game, which literally doesn't even matter anymore at this point.
Yeah.
But like that being said, like when that did come out, like if you didn't have a PS5 or a Series X or a decent PC at the time, you needed a really good PC to run the game. You were just completely out of luck. You were sold essentially a broken product.
Yeah.
Is what that is.
Yeah. No, I agree. And a 9.5 is absolutely bonkers.
I'm gonna play it and I don't think I'm gonna change my mind on where I'm at, but I would love to play it on PC this time around.
I think I'm going to as well. I think I might end up buying it on PC and doing a fresh playthrough, and with the DLC, and try it out. I think. I mean, and I'll let you go, and if you need to, I'll just talk.
I'll be right back.
But I think for me, like you're saying, like compared to other RPGs, I don't know, man. because like to me it's I gotta hold it up next to like games like Starfield, which I feel like is not as good as an open world because they focused on the wrong things. They focused on like the galaxy, like trying to make it like we have 1 billion planets and you can go to all of them and there's nothing there and build your own city and kind of No Man's Sky it. And I'm like, I'm not really interested in that. So you spend all of your time on the populated planets in Starfield. And the sci-fi-ish story is a little bit, I would say like you can't really compare the stories. It's a little bit, I think Starfield is a little truer sci-fi in the sense of like the weirdness of it. Maybe like space fantasy is maybe more the word I'm looking for. Like it's not like Destiny where there's like complete nonsense of like space magic, but close. And Cyberpunk's a little bit more of like a grounded, cool thing. But dude, no, I definitely agree about overall lazy open worlds. I agree with you there. But like to me, like this game is probably the first game that's captured some of that Skyrim magic for me. I think a lot of it has to do with the like menu system being like quick and easily accessible and cool like that. Some of like my bigger criticisms of like the gameplay would be like some of like the management, like inventory management and crafting's a freaking mess, dude. The crafting sucks. It makes absolutely no sense at all. And the hacking, I don't even know what it's called, where you're like uploading the demons or whatever. Where you have to like pick the sequence of numbers and letters and stuff. Don't get it. It was never really explained well. I probably pull up the help and read everything every single time because I've never gotten all 3 or 4 of the things. I kind of get it. Just pick. So I pick like the most advanced one and I try to do that one. So like some of that kind of stuff sucks about it. But where it shines is, Mikey, like what you're saying, like I can't tell when I'm in a cutscene or not. The animations of the characters are incredible. All of the settings, every place you go to is so sick, so cool. But yeah, it's just, to me, it's some of the gameplay stuff. Combat's super fun. Combat's amazing. But yeah. RuneScape. Dude. I'll be honest with you. Destiny did not do crafting well either, but it made the most sense to me. Because it was like, you gotta get 5 of these weapons that have red borders, so it's like a extra layer of RNG. Then you can craft it once you have the 5 and you can like dismantle them or whatever. And you've learned the pattern at that point. You've gotten enough of the weapons that you learned the pattern. And then you craft the weapon, level the weapon up to unlock better perks. You can tune the weapon in like crafting an already crafted weapon. It's the other side of the thing. You should go pick new perks. But maybe it's because I'm in that world a lot that it makes sense. Yeah, the crafting, I tried. I looked at the Cyberpunk crafting and I was like, this doesn't make any freaking sense to me at all. Dude, no, look, Mikey, I'm not arguing with you about the immersion. The immersion is a 10. The immersion is a 10 out of 10. The world is a 10 out of 10. The dialogue can be cringy, but it's consistent and good to the point where it's like your character never feels like, where I'm never like, what the freak is he saying? Like, why? Like, what? The dialogue options are really cool too. There's a lot of really cool dialogue options. I love that. I didn't talk about this, and I could talk about it for even longer, but something I do love is that they'll give you multiple ways to say the same thing, where it's like you can tell it's not going to influence the game. Like, I'm not going to become an evil character by picking this dialogue option, but I can either be a little bit more snarky in my response or more earnest, and that's really cool. I like that a lot. All right, I'm gonna shut up about Cyberpunk
For now.
for now. I've also been reading the Stormlight Archives, but I won't talk about that either because we'll be here all night. There's a reason I didn't put it on my top 3. I probably spent more time reading the Stormlight Archives than I spent playing Cyberpunk in the last week.
Dang.
I cannot
Good man.
stop. It is so good. Sweet. All right, you ready to hop back in?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's go. Welcome back. Glad you didn't go anywhere. We talked about Cyberpunk for probably another 10 minutes off air.
Literally.
Yeah, so if you want more of that conversation, head on over to YouTube and type in Moviga Podcast, and you'll find us. There's where you're going to get all of the behind the scenes, all of the raw, unedited content, uncensored. Which just is, we're not censoring ourselves now, except for when Austin said. Then
Oh my god.
then we have to censor it. But
Oh boy. On
stop
YouTube,
saying
you can also
that,
hit
dude. You can't.
the bell to get notified when we go live every Moviga Monday at 8 p.m. So hit the bell.
Yes. Yep. Smash that like button. Hit that
Oh,
bell.
yeah, like the stream if you're here on live on YouTube right now. Like the stream.
Yes, yeah. Give us the old thumbs up. It does wonders for getting us in front of the right people. People who want to join our community, tell us how dumb we are or how smart we are about our movie takes.
How hot or cold our takes are.
Yeah, and hopefully we get Straw Hat Goofy on here one day so that we can debate something. He's one of those guys that I'm like, I want to debate because I know I'll probably lose. Like, I just want to pick a movie and be like, I hate that movie because you like it, and let's debate about it. And he's gonna like completely obliterate me.
It'll just turn into the best conversation you've ever had.
I know, dude. He seems like such a chill dude. I would love to like hang out with him someday, but or pick his brain on movies. But yeah. In not so good news,
Oh,
there has
God.
been this has been a crappy week to be a gamer, to be
Yeah.
a fan of video games, with
Yes.
Sony announcing it's going to stop producing physical discs in January of 2028. So we have like a year, like one full year and a half left of
Yeah.
physical games coming out. And this is kind of on the. I feel like I saw the GTA news first, and then I heard the Sony news. But
Yeah. Same. Yeah.
yeah, and I mean GTA not doing any discs at all. I kind of get it, but it still sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are your thoughts about this? Like, is it overall bad, or do you think there's like
Yeah.
some logic to it?
I mean, there's definitely like arguments both ways, but I would say for me personally, this is like an overall very negative thing. And like you mentioned with the GTA 6 release,
Yeah.
we didn't know about that until very recently, like essentially right up to the point where the pre-order became available.
Mhm.
And you go and look at the 2 editions that you can pre-order, and neither one of them come with a disc at all. The one that does come with the box for the game, it's just the case for the game, and there's a code inside that you would go to the PlayStation or Microsoft Store and type that in, and it's a digital download code. So this is on that same train. Like, now Sony and PlayStation are going to completely cease production for discs, and all games will move to their digital storefront, which is, I have a couple of things that really stick out as extremely negative for me. First one being, you can literally still buy a disk drive for your PS5.
Mhm.
And I get we're not there in 2028 yet, but what are the chances that everyone's going to be moved over to PlayStation 6 or whatever by January of 2028?
Dude, people are still playing PS4
Yeah, literally.
now.
So yeah, it's just, limiting the options of your consumers, I think is just always the wrong move.
For the
and-
consumer, it is for sure.
Yeah, for the consumer. And I mean, really, I think PlayStation being so big in terms of their like player counts is like not anticipating a huge dent in sales because of this decision that they're making. I still think it's the wrong one, and even though they're probably right, and things are most likely going to go the way that they think they are, I still think it's a wrong move. Brooks or Enter the Arcade in the chat. Preliminary designs for the PlayStation 6 actually did include a disk drive. Enter the Arcade actually has some insider knowledge into that. Due to some like family connections on the in-laws side for him, which was really interesting to hear about. Because there's always like as of this console generation, maybe the one before it, but there's you have the digital only option, the PS5 with no disc drive, the Xbox Series S, no disc drive.
Dude, this is dumb.
Yeah,
this is
it's pretty dumb.
Because here's the thing, I see the logic, because like consumer data is showing we're not buying physical games.
Yeah, it's pretty rare. It's getting more and more rare.
Market data is showing that we're not buying physical games because the prices of used games are not that much different than the price of new games now, because they got to make their money somewhere. And before I used to be able to go trade in, random, crazy golf with a K for my PS2 or whatever, and get $6-7 and be able to buy another $6-7 game. Oh, today is
Hey, happy,
Happy 6/7 day.
Outside North America.
But anyway, you used to be able to go buy another like $10 game with that, and that's how you found weird games, like Buck Bumble and like stuff where it's like, what the heck am I playing? And like, that's gonna be gone, dude. So like it's the same thing with movies that we saw happen with movies where they're putting all of their focus in these large blockbuster style, summer blockbuster style games, to where like the independent games are not going to get as much page space on, since the only place you'll be able to get games anymore there will be on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this is bad for the economy. I think it's bad for local game stores. I think it's bad for people with lower incomes, or even like middle incomes that just want to, $80 is a lot of money for a video game.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it just is. And I'm not rich, but we're doing okay. And I don't want to spend $80. I'm not spending $70 on 007 because I'm like, bro, it'll go on sale. Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, with Sony doing this, stuff will never go on. God of War 2018 will be $60.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I get it. I get it that like I haven't bought a physical game in like years. So I'm part of the problem.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, it's the thing is like it feels like we're being forced into this because you go and buy a disc for a game, now you got to download the 50 gig day one patch anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not like people with no internet access are really like thriving with the current model.
Right.
There's some probably rare exceptions.
Well,
but
discs,
yeah, I mean,
discs are just licenses at this point too. Like,
At this point, they are.
yeah, for
And I remember-
everybody being like, they're taking ownership. I'm like, you haven't owned a game in 2 generations, dude. Like,
yeah.
straight up.
Yeah, and I was thinking about like stories that you've heard from like military veterans that get deployed and they're able to bring their Xbox 360 and their copy of Halo 3 because you can still play it offline. You just
Yeah.
put the disc in the system and it still works, but you don't have that option. You currently don't even really have that option with
Yep.
like the PS5 and the Xbox, like just because like you said, the discs are just like your key to unlocking a download of the game.
Yeah.
And it can still, like, game files can still be taken away from you at any time, just like anything that's added to Game Pass or added to PlayStation Plus game catalog,
Yeah.
it will be there for a while. You can even download it onto your system, but once they decide that license is up, I can't play Dave the Diver right now because it got taken off of the PlayStation Games catalog, and now I gotta pay $10.
Here's what I'm upset about.
I played most of that game, so I'm not paying $10 to play the second, like the last bit.
What I'm upset about is like the ability too of like, especially in specifically the PlayStation ecosystem, is like and this is probably what they're trying to stop and make money on is, I'm like, if I bought Ghost of Tsushima and played it and you just weren't as interested in it and I was so excited for it, right? And and you were just like, I'll get it when I get it. When I beat the game, I can just give you the game and be like, hey man, here you go, just get it back to me whenever, but play and have fun or whatever. And like you do that and like you get exposure to a game maybe you wouldn't have purchased
Right.
anyway, and you get to have fun with it and just enjoy life. And it is not like, let me be very, very clear, because like I don't want people clipping this because of all of our millions and millions of viewers, but like I don't want people clipping this and being like, oh well, Brian, it's not Sony's job to make sure that everybody can enjoy their games. It's Sony's job to make money for Sony shareholders.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I understand that. I just think that it sucks that objective has kind of overshadowed and harmed the culture of gaming.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that sucks. I think that's what I'm lamenting,
does.
that, not necessarily saying that I think it's Sony or Xbox's or whoever's responsibility to provide easy access for everybody in the world to play all of their games at all times. But
I have a hypothetical that I thought of when you and Justin were talking about this in our group chat the other day, because he said something about like the day one patches. When you buy a disc, you still have to download the game anyway, blah blah blah. I'm thinking like, if this is the push for the future, and which is a future that I feel like was inevitable, but I thought was much farther away in my mind. But the PC gaming ecosystem has essentially for the last maybe 15 years been more or less diskless. Like I don't remember the last time I saw a PC that was sold with a disk drive like installed onto it. At least not in terms of just like for gaming or streaming or whatever. But if that is one of the main separators between console gaming and PC gaming over the last however many years, and now it's starting to just feel like it's all the same. Like the culture of gaming that you mentioned before, like being able to rent a PS2 or Xbox game from a Blockbuster or something like that, being able to rent a game and put it in your system and it'll just work. That was something like that seemed at the time very much console based. PC gaming was a lot different. Steam's been around for a long time, and it's arguably the best online gaming storefront, and it's still not DRM free. Like, you still don't technically own those files or the executable for those games that you purchase through Steam. So it's just like a weird thing of like realizing that it's already been this way for a long time. At least like for the majority of people, I would say, at least like in this part of the world. And then realizing like how sad is that? Like, it's something I'm very against, but I've also been just feeding into it essentially.
Yeah, we all have. It's that illusion of choice, you know, like
yeah.
It's like, well, they're like, well, the data shows that people aren't buying physical media. And I'm like, well, you made physical media really expensive and hard to get. Yeah. And streaming and downloading has, you know, the convenience of it. They've leaned their infrastructure into that way more heavily, which, you know, why wouldn't they? And we ate it up because it's more convenient and easy. And so it's like this self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like, well, more people are doing that. And I'm like, well, yeah, if you guys didn't allow, if you didn't allow downloading of games and you had to go buy a disc, there'd be more of that. Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, you know, Steam has operated this way since the beginning. Like,
yep. 100%.
You own nothing of your Steam library or your save files or any of it.
And that's why, just a quick tidbit before I mention what I was talking about earlier. But yeah, the PlayStation 5, the PS5 Pro, doesn't even ship with a disc drive. You have to buy it separately.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. Considering the price of it, it's almost $900.
It's insane.
Without even the thing. Anyways, but yes, a reason why I like to push GOG if you can, and they don't have everything that Steam has, and they don't always have like the newest PC game releases, but if you get GOG and use that as your PC gaming storefront, it is DRM free releases, which means that you, like, when you buy a game, you get the game files and the executable to be able to launch that game, regardless of if it gets removed from the storefront, the GOG store, in the future at any time. So you actually do retain ownership in that scenario. So if you can possibly do it, that's where I own Baldur's Gate 3. Actually, is on GOG.
Nice. No, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good to know. And I think, yeah, it's that Apple too, like the Apple business model, where it's like Steam is just the most convenient and sexy. So everybody's gonna
it's
go get
so
it.
good. It is such a good storefront.
Yeah.
And it has great sales all the time.
Great customer service too, I will say.
Yes.
Like, you know, we're kind of taking pot shots at Steam right now, but like,
I know.
But like, let's be honest though. So far, they're playing the good guys. You know.
Really, honestly, they haven't changed their business model. You know, they're not the ones that are like turning their back on all the gamers.
Yep.
But yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Xbox was trying to build that bridge, and I feel like it kind of got them in trouble. It's why they are where they are now, which is laying off 3,200 people, 1,600 immediately announced today.
Yeah. And
another 1,600 coming up. Now, I will say, silver lining, bright side. A lot of those layoffs are not necessarily just like you're fired, get out, see ya, but also tied to the sales of studios. Like I saw, who did Psychonauts? I can't remember the name.
Double Fine.
They were one of the studios that got released, and essentially they just became independent, and Xbox gave them all of their IP as well. They retained the Psychonauts IP, and like they said, they would have like a runway to develop whatever new game. So like Ninja Theory was one of those studios that also got released to be independent again. Or I think there's a sale pending, which broke my heart.
Yeah, that's horrible. That makes me really sad.
But they're retaining like runway to be able to finish whatever games that they were working on. So
Arcane as well, I believe, right?
Arcane is up in the air.
Up in the air. Okay.
Because the laws, they're French, so the laws are different.
That's right.
Um,
That's right.
But it's still, yeah, it's looking like Arcane, which, look, let's be honest, I love Arcane because they made Deathloop, which is one of my favorite games of all time.
Yes. Fantastic game.
That was kind of their last, like, big hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Game of the year.
Unfortunately, Prey in 2017, I feel like was just kind of overshadowed during its time. It was still a great game, but it didn't have nearly the solid marketing that they did with Deathloop, and even Dishonored 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Even long before those. So yeah, I mean, and after the horrible situation with Redfall,
Dude,
which they didn't even want to make that game, and they pretty much got forced into making one of the worst rated games of all time. That just kind of killed a lot of chances of them being retained, I think.
Yeah.
By Xbox and Microsoft. But yeah, that one's pretty sad to me because either a new Dishonored game, a new Prey game, or a Deathloop game, I would be super happy to see.
Yeah.
And then the still in development Marvel's Blade game that Arcane is still currently developing may never come out because of what's happening. So that's just a huge bummer, and just all the people affected, with their job security essentially ruined at this point. And I get that it's not, like you said, it's not like everyone's just thrown out in the street at this point. Everyone's kind of got a little bit of a runway to kind of finish up projects or move on to something else, or hopefully find some new investors.
To be honest too, again, this sucks, and it is not, there's no good part of it. I did like the statement Xbox put out about it. It seemed genuine, it seemed authentic, and sorrowful, I guess is the word. They actually regretted it. It wasn't just unfortunately, due to the economy, we're laying off 3,000 people. It was very specific and very hey, we're doing what seems like, again, from just reading it, I don't know internally what that looks like or anything, but it seems like there's a lot of they're trying their best to build runway for this, for the studios, for the people affected by the layoffs and stuff like that. But also too, Asha is kind of, the new CEO of Xbox, is kind of whipping the whole thing back into shape. And I remember talking about this a few years ago, that they were just buying up studios, buying up all these little studios just to basically pack Game Pass full of fun little indie games, which has been really fun and great for us as consumers. But I mean, since Game Pass was announced, it's been a topic of conversation of how are they making money? And it's it turns out they probably weren't. But I do kind of see a strategy here. It looks like they're some of the studios that seem like Compulsion, Ninja Theory, and Undead Labs, and Arcane, potentially. They could all stand on their own. They have strong IPs. And they're leaning back more into Halo, Gears of War, stuff like that. And I'm kind of that's probably the play, to be honest. Even though those other games are more creative and cool and fun.
The thought did come to mind. I think they're in a way protecting what they know will be their heavy hitters. Even though some of it is still going to multi-platform release. But I think, like you mentioned, with Ashish Sharma taking back over, moving back into the more competitive exclusive console or platform exclusive type of release, being a part of that, I think you're right. I think this is kind of them getting back into shape. It just really seems really tough right now. Very unfortunate way to kind of get back to that state where Xbox is really competing very strongly.
Yeah.
Again,
It's
but
consequences, man. I mean,
yeah,
unfortunately,
sure.
like I don't want to put it all on Phil Spencer because I love Phil Spencer and he's amazing.
I know, dude.
But
I feel like Phil, is always trying to do the right thing.
yes, and I think he had a plan, and I don't think it was a bad one. But I do think that it just didn't pan out. The industry kind of shifted around that as it was happening, and a lot of weird, COVID and now all the prices of hardware are insane.
Yeah,
because it was like I think the Steam machine was supposed to launch. It was like reported at like $750, and it's like double that. And,
it's still at like not an astronomical price, but for
I think it's
the
like
market
$1,300 with the controller.
With the controller,
I think.
So I think like if you're not already an established PC gamer, like maybe there's some window into that there. But yeah, one thing about Phil Spencer is like I feel like he was trying to play the good guy and like make everyone play nice with him, but no one else did. Like Nintendo and Sony won't even listen to that conversation at all. And PlayStation's like, oh, you want to give me Gears? You want to give me Halo? Yeah, let's put them on there. Yeah. But other than that, there's like no collaboration whatsoever between the.
I couldn't agree more, dude. I couldn't agree more. Yeah. I think he tried to do what was best for gamers.
Yeah.
I think. Again, Sony, Nintendo, some of these others, like they were just like, nope, we're good. So it,
so it pretty much ended
not working. Yeah.
Just that was kind of the end of that. Like it was a good thought, and maybe it was the right call if everyone was on board. Who knows what it would be like today.
Man, yeah. Well, with all that, that's a ton of crappy news.
Yeah.
So we want to talk about what it is we're looking forward to here in July, maybe even into the beginning of August a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's a ton of awesome games, even some movies coming out. I know for me, I'm pretty stoked for there's like 4 big ones for me. 2 of them are movies, but one I'm cooling on. One is Spider-Man, Brand New Day.
Yeah.
Genuinely pumped for the first time in a while because it looks like what I want from Spider-Man.
I agree.
He's not a high schooler anymore, which I hate. High school Spider-Man.
It's it had its time. And now we need to.
He'll be in Manhattan.
Yep.
It looks a little grittier.
Dude. Does a little more serious for sure.
I'm so in, dude. I'm so excited. I'm
it
also
looks fantastic.
Really looking forward. I know this is probably on both of our lists. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced.
Yes.
Is
yes.
In my top 3 favorite games ever.
Yeah. It's a great one.
Really looking forward to it. I hope it doesn't feel too different. But because I know they reworked some stuff, and I'm like, if they made it like the new stuff, I'm gonna be mad because I really hate the new stuff. But I'm still very, very excited.
Dude, I gotta say the presentation looks fantastic.
It does.
Like the graphics, the lighting, some of the colors reworked a bit. Everything just looks so good, so crisp. It looks like a brand new game.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it is like, technically I think it's a ground up remake. I don't know like what
I think you're right.
Code is like still part of it between like the gameplay aspects.
Right.
But it just looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Like such a nice aesthetic. Great choice to remake. A great choice.
Easy choice, dude. Easy choice.
Yeah.
For me, the game's kind of ended there, in my opinion, in my brain.
I hear you.
Origins was also very good. I really enjoyed it.
It is a good
shift.
game. It is. Yeah. Yes.
and I did not like those games from that point forward as much.
Yeah.
And then I stopped at Valhalla.
Definitely in a different way. Yeah.
Because I hated it, and I skipped Odyssey. But I don't know. I'm very excited for that game, and then the last one that I'm probably like over the moon about, like stoked on, is Well, actually, let me hit I want to hit this one first because I'll end on a high note. But there's also The Odyssey comes out this month.
Oh, yes, sir.
Christopher Nolan's newest movie.
Shot on IMAX.
Shot on IMAX. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. In the most respectful way I can. The casting does seem odd to me. And not because of talent or anything like that. Obviously casting Elliot Page in anything is going to be, going to kick up a hornet's nest for a lot of people.
Sure.
I can't say I'm his biggest fan.
Sure.
Even pre-transition.
Right.
Not the biggest fan, personally. And I forget how to say her last name. Lupita Nyong'o as Helen of Troy, right? I again was like, you couldn't have picked a more talented, gorgeous actor. Like, that's not my issues are not there. You know what I mean? My issues are that, like, I hate it when we have to talk, like, people talk about the casting rather than the actor, because then it gets all intertwined. And so I'm like, was it wise? And I would love, maybe we could talk about this a little bit, but like, do you think casting choices that directors know are going to be like hot takes? Because I would say I'm like kind of like Tom Holland in a Christopher Nolan movie. Like, that dude's goofy AF. Like, how is he? He's no Cillian Murphy.
Right. I honestly, and I really think Matt Damon is an awesome actor, but I even had a similar thought.
Yes,
like, he's almost too recognizable to immerse.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
and I think that's what I'm getting
my
at,
thought.
where I'm like, is it fair to actresses like Lupita, who obviously are going to do amazing?
Yeah.
But it's like her being picked brought in unfairly maybe a lot of feedback, unwarranted, unchecked feedback. But is it unfair to her and the film as a whole to cast them? Or the same would go for me for like Tom Holland or Elliot Page. I mean, Zendaya and Tom seem like lazy picks to me a little bit, even though I think they're both amazing.
Yeah, certainly
in their own
talented,
rights.
but
Yes.
also it seems like a safe choice if you want people to go see your movie. That's just kind of the vibe that I get from those choices,
I get the same vibe where I'm like, I don't think movies need to be, people are like, oh, it's not historically accurate because shut up, nobody cares. I can understand. My only issue with either gender swapping or race swapping or whatever when it comes to characters is like when it's already been established character wise, like not that long ago.
Okay.
Like, I think that's why people were like upset about some of the original ones. But like for me, I'm like, I view Christopher Nolan stuff as more theatrical anyway. So I'm like,
yeah, sure.
I'm like, you're telling me if there was a play on Broadway with these actors doing this movie that you'd be like, well, actually, historically, there would be no Irish people, no actors that are Irish, even if they have the accent. So, nope, don't like it. Yeah. Like, shut up. No, you wouldn't. So that doesn't bother me at all, like the historical accuracy or whatever. But it kicking up all this dust just made me think. I'm like, I wonder where the line is between them picking castings that they know are going to be, provocative.
Sure, yeah.
If that's a tactic or if that's fair to the actors, because I think they're going to come in and give it 10%, especially on a Christopher Nolan film. But everybody's talking about the stupid casting, even though it's like, dude, he's got our trust at this point. So do all these actors and actresses. So why are we complaining?
Yeah, I know.
But I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, I guess that was my thought on it. On that one was like, that's the only reason I'm not as excited, because I'm like, I know it's going to be amazing, and I know it's also going to get a lot of unchecked feedback from people who should probably not be giving feedback.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, but like you said, we do have a lot of stuff to look forward to coming up. Everything that you mentioned, maybe just a couple more from me. Resonance, A Plague Tale Legacy. So yeah, I was a big fan of the Plague Tale games, Innocence and Requiem. Both of those games were fantastic, and this one is kind of a bit more of a shift into a more action-oriented game with the same, or different characters, but during the same time frame. If I'm not mistaken, but yeah, more of like a stealth action game as opposed to like more purely stealth and like puzzle based, but set in the same world and time period and everything. So that looks pretty cool. The Blood of Dawnwalker, a new vampire game where
yes, dude, that one looks cool.
It looks very cool. You've got like 2 different modes that you're playing, like whether it's daytime or nighttime, a full day-night cycle. Also somewhat of a time limit where you're like trying to save, I think, your sister or some family member, and things can happen to where it prevents you from doing that, but the story will still continue. So some really interesting, like, unique things about that game. Just 2 more for me. Onimusha, Way of the Sword.
Yes.
Coming out, I think, in August. I just played that demo on Steam during the Steam Next Fest and had a blast with it. Fantastic combat, which to be expected. Another Capcom release. Capcom, just like Brooks mentioned in chat earlier, just absolutely crushing it for a good while. Maybe the past like 8 years now. Capcom just releasing bangers ever since Monster Hunter World, I feel like, came out in 2018. I feel like Capcom has been on another level. And then Silent Hill Townfall. I think technically the first full-length first-person Silent Hill game ever released. I know Silent Hill, the short message, was first-person, but it was, kind of more like a tech demo than an actual Silent Hill game. But yeah, I think that the trailer for that aired during like the second to last big PlayStation State of Play, and it looks fantastic. It really does look cool. It has a really nice like Silent Hill vibe, even though it's not set in the town, just like Silent Hill F was not set in the town of Silent Hill. It's set in Japan. But yeah, just some cool stuff coming up that I'm really excited to see more of, and try out some more demos of these things. Of course, all of this leading up to the impending November release of GTA 6.
Oh yeah,
still on the horizon. So we'll get a lot before that comes out. And 2026 is going to be another stacked year for gaming. It's just been crazy. I feel like when Baldur's Gate 3 came out, maybe it even started with Elden Ring, and like
it's just been
the
nonstop.
Game Awards. Seriously, it has. And the Game Awards getting bigger and bigger each year. Just putting more exposure out there, adding more and more prestige to their events. Like, everything is such a high production quality for these events. And, it's just, people's opinion about what games are best, but it is cool to see artists recognize that of characters, soundtracks, games, and stuff like that you've experienced throughout the year and fallen in love with. So I love watching the Game Awards, even though You could always say it doesn't really mean anything. It's it's just another award ceremony, but it is cool to see people get recognized.
Yeah.
In that way. And 2026, I think, is going to be a tight race, like we were talking earlier. We've already got stuff like Resident Evil, Requiem, 007, Crimson Desert. All of these games are probably going to be in that conversation. So it's exciting.
Yeah. No, I love the Game Awards, man. I think
It's a lot of fun.
sometimes it's just I feel like it does become the Sony award show.
Yeah.
Where it's like a game comes out and like, dude, I'll never get over the fact that freaking Astrobot won anything at all.
That's what you get, dude.
Dude,
Oh,
I
was
played
celebrating
it.
that night.
That game is fine.
Awesome. Yeah,
It's
Game
fine.
of the Year material.
What
baby.
year? What year was that? Let's see what it was up against real quick.
2024, right?
Yeah. Here, hold on.
Because I
let's
think
see.
25 was Expedition 33.
2024. Yeah, it beat out.
Okay.
Let's see. Because now I'm curious.
Yeah, what were the other Game of the Year nominees even? Because sometimes great games don't even get nominated for Game of the Year, but they'll win in
Yeah.
other categories, which is still cool.
Year nominees? There we go. Sorry.
Very curious.
All right. You know what? Okay. Well, yeah. There were some weird ones this year. It
was kind of a weird year,
Balatro,
wasn't it? Yeah.
Balatro,
Great
Elden
game.
Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree, which is a DLC and should not be included, in my opinion.
Fully agree. I absolutely love it. It's a masterpiece,
Yes.
but it is not a full game. It
Yes.
should not be included.
I completely agree. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which was a complete remake, so maybe, but still. Astrobot, Metaphor. I don't know much about Metaphor, so I won't say anything about it. And Black Myth Wukong, which I know is like a huge deal. I don't know that
Fantastic game.
anybody can tell me that Astrobot's better than Black Myth Wukong.
I don't know. I love Black Myth Wukong. It is such a good game.
It's on my list. I've not played it yet, unfortunately.
It is a tough one.
It looks
though.
amazing.
It's incredible. I highly recommend it. I mean, you played Elden Ring. You'll be fine.
I love Elden Ring too, and I mean, for me, I would have picked Balatro as the winner, but I understand
Balatro
why.
is genuinely a great game.
Mhm.
I know what it looks like. I know the memes. It is just so fun. It is
It's
so well designed.
addicting.
Yeah.
I get why it didn't get Game of the Year. I mean, like, I totally understand. I don't know that it should have, even in this lineup.
Sure.
I could even see Astrobot beating Balatro out because Balatro's, I feel like, kind of niche, even with how well made it is. Dude, yeah, I'll never get over Astrobot winning that year. Must have just not been much out that year, dude.
Dude, no, you're wrong.
I've only played the free one that comes with your PS5, so.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Other games that came out in 2024: Silent Hill 2 remake, Helldivers 2,
What?
Hellblade 2, Star Wars Outlaws, Animal Well, Manor Lord, Stellar Blade, Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, Space Marine 2.
Dang.
Great.
Okay, so
Some
yeah,
really
there
good
were
games.
some really good games. What the heck? What were those nominees?
A lot of. Yeah, those weren't even in the nominees for Game of the Year, but those are part of the list of games that got multiple nominations from different categories. But yeah, Helldivers 2 was a huge deal in 2024.
Not even nominated. Space Marine 2 as well. I know that
Space
was
Marine
a big
2,
game.
Awesome. Very good game. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's a lot coming out that looks awesome. So we wanted to lift your spirits a little bit. That there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Even if you can't afford to play games at all, at least they're still making some awesome ones that we can all watch. Watch Luke Stevens play. Or whatever. But
exactly.
I guess stay tuned, and we'll be right back after this message from our sponsors. Guys, who wants to sponsor us?
How about Raid Shadow Legends?
Raid Shadow Legends. I would do it. I'll play Raid Shadow Legends right now if they want to sponsor the pod.
Yeah,
Heck
why
yeah.
not?
We'll play. What's that game where you Total War or whatever, where you like march a guy through, and it's like this one's -20, but this one's ×5. Seen those? No.
Oh wait, is it?
It's like
Where
fake.
you have
It's
to
like a
pick-
fake game.
You pick which gate you go through
Yes.
to get like your upgrade. Yeah.
Oh, dude, Games Quest. We should absolutely make a Games Quest commercial for the for Moviga podcast.
Yeah, but nobody is
Bro.
invited to Games Quest.
It's true. It's true. You have to be of the elite.
Yeah, honestly, it might be a good argument to make a whole production of it and like release a short film or something about Games Quest.
Bruh. I'm in.
That'd be a lot of work for Brooks doing that all by himself. Oh goodness, because I'm not helping.
Just tell him to work harder. Yeah. But he's putting on an awesome free night of crazy cool games for all of his friends. He can't also make a short film.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Write it
It's
and
not like
direct
that
it.
Little Caesars is costing you all that much,
And star in it.
which is also free.
Oh man. All right, well, dude, you want to just hop right back in and wrap her up?
Yeah, sounds good.
Sweet. All right. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that word from our sponsor. Go buy whatever that product was, please. Use our code
Enjoy it.
Moviga at their website for 0% off whatever it is you're buying.
Yes.
So yeah, dude, Austin, thank you so much, man, for hopping on with me. I know we missed last week.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It was a
was-
good one this week.
It was. There's bummer stuff to talk about, but also some silver
Yeah.
linings for sure.
Indeed.
Cool. Well, if you guys want to follow along with what it is we're talking about, the cool games that we play and the movies that we watch, and you want to share with us what you're watching and playing, I want to encourage you to go to movigapodcast.com. There you can find links to everywhere that we are, YouTube. Sometimes we stream on the Purple platform as well, some games here and there. We just played some Mecha Chameleon the other night, which was a blast. And we'll probably
So fun.
dude, that game's so fun. We'll probably do some more here in a couple days, hopefully. And
Yeah.
we aren't really posting much, but you can follow us on Instagram. Hopefully we start posting there a little bit more. Once one of us stops having children and messing everything up. AKA me. Yeah, hop in the Discord. There you'll also find a link to our Discord. That's where you can tell us what movies you're watching. Josh, a friend of the show, has been giving us live updates as he watches Supergirl. Spoiler alert, he liked it.
Nice.
So, yeah, join us on Discord. Join the community. Let your voice be heard. Tell us how bad our takes are, even though Austin and I have never had a bad take once in our life.
That's true.
yeah.
Very true.
It's hard. It's a burden to carry, but we carry it with dignity.
Indeed.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, man.
Anytime. Love the duo, man.
Love it. We'll catch you guys next week, same place, same time. Moviga Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/Moviga or at Moviga. Is it slash at YouTube? And then
Ask
just search
Steven.
Moviga. You'll find
Yeah,
us.
we'll come up. Yeah, we're right there.
It'll be the one with two devilishly handsome hosts.
Any given week, honestly.
And yeah. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Bye. Boom.
Boom. Dude, I totally forgot. I watched Project Hail Mary.
Oh, whoa, dude.
I know.
What did you think?
I absolutely loved it,
dude,
so
right?
much. It's fantastic. It is such a good movie.
It was a 10 for me.
It's just all around great. Every aspect of the movie. I just loved every part of it.
It felt like a classic movie to me. Like felt like almost like a movie like from the wrong time.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah,
so good.
I loved it, man. I want to watch it again. I was talking to Brooks about the changes that they made from the book, and he said he was pretty happy with the adaptation. Like he said, it was said it was very accurate to the book, minus all the profanity, and then just changed like two main things that kind of made more sense to. I think one of them was just leaving out something about the ending, which was fine with me, and then something that I think would have made it like a little bit darker.
Yeah, talking about the polar ice caps.
So what he told me, did you read the book?
I didn't. No, but Brooks, I think when we watched it, Brooks was telling us the differences.
Yeah, he said one thing was,
I think it was Brooks.
The planet.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still live? I don't want to spoil the movie.
Yes, we are still live.
I don't want to spoil the movie.
Yeah, it's go watch it.
But it's awesome. Yeah, we're paying for MGM Plus right now to watch From.
Oh.
So it's just like a kind of a small add-on to our Amazon Prime, like Prime Video.
Yeah.
Thing. We finished season 4 of From, and I don't think season 5 will be out for like another year and a half or so.
So what's the main guy's name in that?
Oh, it's Harold Perrineau he's from Lost.
That's where I recognized him. I was just like, I searched it and I was like, dude, what has this guy been in?
Dude, he's so good in this show. He's the main character, and he's just fantastic.
That's cool.
There's a lot. I know he really was good in Lost. There's a lot of really, really good characters in From, but he's my favorite. He's definitely my favorite. He's like the sheriff of the town that everyone's stuck in, and he's like trying to hold everything together and keep people organized and from rioting or getting themselves or others hurt and stuff. It's like a lot for him to balance. Plus his son lives in town. His son is essentially grown, probably in his early 20s, but just having that aspect to the character, and they have kind of a tough relationship at first, and you get to see them kind of grow a lot more and like kind of reconnect as the seasons go on. But it's just like man, it's such a high quality show, and I think it's a shame that it's on MGM Plus and not like HBO Max or something. you know?
Yeah, it's because I'm literally like, I was thinking that I was like, I would definitely watch this just to see him in it.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna get MGM Plus.
Yeah, there. As far as I know, there's literally nothing else to watch on MGM Plus. I just got really lucky that Project Hail Mary, that was one of the streaming services that it came to. And
nice.
I would have rented it at some point anyway, but the night that I went to go rent it, I was like, I typed in Google, I was like, in Bing, and I was like, let me see. I was like, where can I stream Project Hail Mary? And it said Project Hail Mary is coming to MGM Plus on June 8th. And it was like June 7th. It was 6/7. And so I was like, okay, fine. I'll just wait one day and watch it the next night. So we waited until that Friday night, and Brianna loved it too. Dude, Rocky is just the best.
Bro.
They did such a good job with that. And I think Brooks said like there was a lot more to that in the book, like a long stretch of them like learning how to communicate, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like that long of a book. I might have to pick it up after I'm done with Oathbreaker.
Yeah, good point. I'm reading Roadside Picnic right now, which is the basis for the Stalker games,
Oh,
like the
I
Heart
didn't
of
know that.
Chernobyl stuff.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I'm reading that right now. But
Put that down.
and it's kind of short.
Put that down. And pick
Okay.
up The Way of Kings.
Dude, Connor told me to do that. My little
It's
brother,
so
he was like,
good.
yeah, he's like, dude, you need to start reading some Sanderson stuff.
Dude,
Like, all right.
I was like intimidated because it is a beast. It's a fantasy beast. It's, you know, like 1,300
Yeah,
pages. And it is Tolkien-esque in the sense that like he takes his time building the world. And it's so worth it.
My gosh, my child is making noises.
Good, man.
Ay, ay, ay.
Dude, well, great pod tonight.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Even
It
better
was really good.
post show.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
But sweet. I'm gonna wrap it there
All right, sounds good.
if you're good with that. And
Yeah.
we'll catch you guys next week. Hopefully we can stream. I'm not gonna promise that. I was gonna say hopefully we can stream before next Monday, but I might have a baby between now and then, so we'll see. Once the
enough.
baby's
Fair
here,
enough.
I'll be able to stream a lot. So,
Awesome.
but you guys are amazing. Thank you all for hanging out. See you next week.